Okay, it looks like we're at a work problem again. It says, A and B together can do a piece of work in 5 1/7 days. B and C together can do it 6 2/3 days. And C and A together can do it in 5 5/8 days. So let me just remind you what work is. Work is equal to rate times time. All right? So, what I do know is that, A and B working together. So I'm going to say that, it would be reasonable to say that lowercase a is A's rate and lowercase b is B's rate. And that's all I'm doing over here in the K. So the first thing I notice about if A and B work together, right, this is their rates. It takes 5 1/7 days to do a job. I'll write that down. So it's the rate times the time would be the work, and they complete one job. All right, so lowercase a means A's rate, lowercase b means B's rate. So let's talk about the next one, and that's B plus C. And we'll look at the key in a moment. It takes them 6 2/3 days to complete the job. All right? And then they got C and A working together, and that's going to be C plus A, and what they can do, 5 5/8 of a day. Do one job. Let's go back over here. I want to point out where this is written down for you. Here, we wrote that down. We wrote this down. We wrote this down. I got to be honest with you, though. Those mixed numbers are killers. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of them. So I'll do it one thought at a time. I'm going to erase this business over here. I'm done with that. We kind of spoke through that, and I think you kind of understand that. So I'm going to get, those mixed numbers. So 5 1/7. And then we'll talk about the next thing I've written down. That's 36/7. So what I did to this equation is multiply both sides by 7/36. And you would get this equation over here. All right? That's done. 6 2/3. Well, 3 times 6 is 18, 19, 20. 20/3. So I would take this equation and multiply both sides by 3/20. That's where this is coming from. All right? This is done. Let's do the next one, 5 5/8. That's 45/8. And I would multiply this equation by 8/45, both sides. That's where this is coming from. All right, let me get my eraser out. Get rid of my baby arithmetic. I understand that. I understand this part. And now we're over here. All right? So I want to point out where we got. We're here now. Now, it's trouble. And what I mean by trouble is someone says, in how many days can it be done by each working alone? So really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out what A, B, and C is. There's 3 unknowns. And this looks kind of tough here. I'll write this down now. And I'm going to use kind of a convention that a lot of people don't like using, but I need to summarize this. And I'm going to summarize it using something that I find easy to do. Whoops, sorry about that. Well, I'm not going to do that. It's too complicated. I'm going to take these 2 equations here, and I'm going to eliminate B. And the way I do that, I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to take A plus B minus B plus C would be the same thing as 7/36 minus 3/20. Well, the question is, what do you get there? You would get, let's write that down. You would get A minus C. That's not so bad. And now you gotta get a common denominator. All right, so let's take a look at that. And I'm gonna look at that and really carefully look at it. 36 is, let's see, 4 times 9, and 20 is 4 times 5. So I'm going to say 4 times 45, which is 180. I'll write that down for you. And 180, what times 36 would be 180? Let's see, that would be 5. So it's 35. I'm doing some side arithmetic, minus, and that would be 9, so 27, right? 35 minus 27 is 8. Well, isn't that convenient? It does reduce. And that's going to be, let's see, I guess I could reduce it by 4, 2, and 4 goes away 45 times. And then I take this equation here and add it onto that. And what would that give you? That would give you 2a, the c would disappear, and you would get 10 over 45. And a, I'm going to divide both sides by 2 now, would be 5 over 45. Well, that's going to be 1/9. So what does that mean? A can do the job in 9 days. I want to point out where that's written for you. Right over, whoops, sorry about that. Right over here. A takes 9 days. Now someone says, how you can get the other ones? They're not going to be bad to do, by the way. All right? So I'm going to take, somebody else, and I guess I can figure out C now. And I'm going to use this equation here to figure out C. So if A is 1/9, that's the same thing as 5 over 45 minus C is equal to 2 over 45. So minus C would equal minus 3 over 45, or C would equal 1/15. What does that mean? C can do the job in 15 days. That's right there. Now let's see if we can walk backwards to the B now, all right? A little more complicated, but I think I can do it. And what's A? Well, A turned out to be 1/9. It's right over here. So I'm gonna write that down. 1/9 plus B, I'm using this equation here, by the way, equals 7 over 36. I'll do something a little different now. I'm gonna multiply both sides by 36. So I get 4 plus 36B equals 7. 36B equals 3. B equals 3 over 36. And these numbers really do work out nicely. 1/12. So it would take B 12 days. Let's see if that's written down. That's written down right over here. Again, what are we doing? We're walking you through the solution to the problem. All right, now granted, I do indicate this a lot to you. Probably the best thing to do is struggle with the problem as much as you possibly can. Try to learn something by that struggle. But if you can't get it, you know what? Look at the key, see if the key helps you. If not, look at the videos. If not, you got to reach out for more support. Your teacher, maybe a colleague somewhere, a friend, whatever. Somebody can help you solve these problems. Thank you.